We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Denver Broncos. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And makes it across the 20 as his guys roll. Set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready! Ready!
Now a run. It's the rookie from Oklahoma. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Second and 11 at the 22-yard line.
Got it. Ready? Let's go now.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Huh. 60 Bison. Huh.
From the gun, they run with Ware. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked them up.
19 Tiger. Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
70 Timberwolf. Ready.
Running on first down with Ware. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Still on his feet. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. 46 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season.
Panther 60, Hawk 70.
He'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos are on the board here first in the season opener. extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Chiefs come back.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hey, 57, 57. First side.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Yellow. 15.
Throwing now is Mahomes. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Easy. Hey, rip blitz.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Okay, break.
The right side here with Ware. Ooh, with a juke. It'll be a 9-yard gain that time, and it'll also be the final play of this first quarter.
36-yard line.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
Tiger, 19, Tiger. Big Lion.
On play action, they'll throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
60 by 6. Back to 60. Let's go.
They'll run straight ahead with Ware. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 1 yard, and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down and 9.
Let's go. 79 Broncos. 18 Cardinal. Let's go. Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Broncos first down.
Going to pitch out to Ware. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
18, Pioneer. Cup 19, Cup 19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready?
They'll look to throw here. It is caught with the 7-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Hawk 70, Hawk 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready, ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. York now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Mahomes will do it himself, and he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
2nd down and 4. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Now he's going to throw deep right side.
Trying to get something positive to happen. Here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Ready? Go!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Willis to throw once more. Goes to the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back to throw, Willis. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
18, pioneer.
Willis. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Here's Dart. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be... complete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Dart. They'll swing this out to Harvey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking for the crossing route, and he's got Mitchell. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
York on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. To throw, here's Willis. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. Second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Willis. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And how about this one now? In their own territory. mandatory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Willis takes the snap. They're going for it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. And they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. First down, it's Ware. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
16 more on that one and another first down. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
And room there to work it inside the 25. From the 24 now, here's second down at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 24-yard line.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
This is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there for KC. 47 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here. Touchdown! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff, and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on, and as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
Extra point splits the uprights. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
Dart going to look to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw is Dart. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A give to Ware. There on the stop was Leo Chanel. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 5. Now they'll change things around before the snap. That's going to be caught by Rivers. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And he is caught. He'll get it inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 52 yards. And the Broncos are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know Protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
They have two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Alert! 70 Lions!
They start the drive with Ware. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And again, this is Ware. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
It's a gain of 4.
To throw, Dart. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Ware. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now 2nd and 5. They run it here. Ware. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 125 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Ready?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Harvey will score. Touchdown, Broncos.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time to move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. And this time Willis will throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Trap 60, trap 60. 70 Rangers, 70.
Willis will look to throw it. Again, that's Watkins. He's going to have the first down and then some. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready? 18, rock, step, ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Warriors 70. Cowboy 80.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Willis. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Got it. Ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Go! 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 19 Lion. 18 Pioneer.
To throw, here's Willis. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. One final try for Willis. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the most.